Hey there, button mashers. Zek here with Press Start.
I'm Nellie D. Relish.
Welcome to Pause Menu, the weekly show that goes over the top news stories of the week. Now, first and foremost, stick to the end of this episode because my 100 subs giveaway, the winners have been decided and I'll announce them at the end of the show.
Congratulations.
Yep. Now, I know CES took place this week, but of course we do want to give us some quick updates on things that happened that weren't CES related, as well as the two stories we had during last week's episode. First off, we have the Ultimate Gay Fighter. The creator of it actually came out and had a comment about his game because pretty much his idea is that the game's not supposed to be hateful. You want to read what he actually said?
Okay, so yes, the creator, Michael Patrick, said that if you allow yourself to make fun of a stereotype in a way that isn't cruel, I think it diminishes the power of that stereotype. So he then went on to admit that he was gay himself, and that he thinks that even though he's not a walking, talking stereotype, he has some, stereotypical things, and he just makes fun of those sorts of things, and lives his life the way he wants to, which I think is a good way to go. Not sure about the game. I mean, it's going to be mixed reviews no matter what.
Of course.
But, at least now we have a perspective of why this game was made and how it was made.
And where the information came from.
Yeah.
Did it come from someone that's trying to kind of make fun of like the gay community stuff, or is it someone that actually does respect it and is making fun of it in a favorable way or a fair way? Mm-hmm. Moving on from that, with the whole Blizzard World of Warcraft thing we saw last week, there's no true removal of the client again, but they're saying that they are removing a lot of the Google searches or searches for it, that way you're not as vulnerable to it or easily to grab it. Or still, just if you've downloaded the client recently, they're recommending that you remove it, run a scan, and install the most recent one. So
basically, as in all things in life, stay safe and protect yourself. Exactly.
But that's very much updates from last week's show. We're going to move right on to this week's stuff. Mostly I did coverage on CES. Nelly did more coverage on the non-CES news. So we're going to start with that stuff first. I think your first one has to do with the most recent release of Metal Gear Rising for the PC on Steam, correct?
So yeah, with the non-CES related stuff, we have the good and the bad news. Metal Gear is kind of like good news sort of stuff. Originally, if you tried to play the game, it would make you play it online. And if you were like, what? No, I don't want to play this online, it would literally just, kick you out of the game. So, a lot of people were like, is this how the game was intended to be made? What's going on? But we actually have official word from J.P. Kellens, who was the creative producer. He's like, it's just a bug. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. We apologize to everyone. And moving forward now, new downloads of the game, as well as a patch, has been released to replace this buggy incident. So everyone should be working fine. If you're still having problems, please contact the official people.
The support, yes. We now got some humor from the Xbox. Nelly sent me this video. It was awesome, so I'm going to let her talk about it, definitely. But trolling on the Xbox One is epic.
Check out the video link down below. Yeah. It's amazing. So this is good for the rest of the internet, bad for the people that were trolled in this one.
No, they seem to enjoy it. They definitely seem to have a laugh at themselves when they realize what he was doing.
A lot of people were like, oh no. But anyways, let's go right to what's going on.
Yeah.
So this guy came up with a gamer tag for his game, which is Xbox Sign Off. Now, if you have the Xbox One and you have the voice command controls on, if you say this out loud, you will go to a screen and will be like, oh, do you want to kick off your Xbox? So a lot of people, he would go around making these people frustrated to the point where they would be like, stop it, Xbox Sign Off! And then the screen would pop up, and you just hear them be like, no, I want to go back to the game, I want to go back to the game. It's hilarious.
Stop listening.
It's freaking hilarious. You have to check it out. I just died laughing.
Yeah, most people don't know of this command. Most people know Xbox Turn Off or Xbox Netflix. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a fun little video, and it's definitely showing Xbox another thing, or Microsoft another thing they kind of missed on the whole, what this could do to people. And yeah, it's definitely having an effect. But
it's for some good YouTube moments. Let's say that.
Yes, it does. But moving right from there, we then have a charity going on involving an Xbox, but not involving Microsoft. So keep that clear. It's not involving Microsoft, but involving another company.
Yes. So I guess a while ago, there was an intern named Anna Castle. She works for the company that developed Ratchet and Clank, or she was an intern. I'm sorry. And she was involved in a car accident and actually ended up having to lose one of her legs, which was very tragic. The really awesome thing about this, though, is that the developer came forward and he got a lot of people who were involved in Ratchet & Clank to sign on Xbox One, and he's put it up on eBay for a charity event. Yeah, currently it is almost up to $2,000 at this time, so that's just amazing. It was really sweet of them to do this. I mean, she was an intern. I mean, my boss would be like, "You want a freaking coffee? Go pay for it yourself." But really nice work, guys. Really good for you to do.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
A good act of humanitarianism at its best, and just I'm glad to see it. Like I said, I'm gonna actually put a link to the actual financial aid kind of support page because that's where that is too. So you want to just give her a couple bucks, you can do that as well. So. All right, that's it for today's weekly just information. Now we got to go on to the CES. This is the big kind of thing for the week.
Yay!
Yeah, just to clarify, of course, CES is more about technology as a whole, but we're just going to kind of focus on the gaming stuff because that's really our channel. All right, so the first thing I noticed that really just got me excited was actually the Retron 5.
Yes,
that was beautiful. I was like, oh my god. Well, first thing we looked at, we're like, tester.
Yeah, I think that was what we both said. We're like, Pop-Tart video?
The thing actually has about 5 slots. It's actually got 4 on the top, 1 on the front. It actually has another extra slot in the back to actually hold your controller. With the 5 slots, it can actually handle up to 10 systems. The list goes from Famicom, Super Famicom, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, NES, Super NES. In the front slot, there's a little tiny one that does Game Boy Color, Game Boy, the Game Boy Advanced. So it just does almost every single bit of retros until at least cartridge-wise, almost every single cartridge system that came out is now covered by this one device.
It's basically a 90s kid's wet dream. Like, it's everything you ever wanted.
Yes, pretty much. The best thing about it is that a lot of the other ones, they were pretty much locked. You put the game in, you play it, that's it. It was literally just that. This one actually has an Android OS built into it that you can actually go in and make setting changes. You can change the region on it. So if you actually get an English-based game out of another country, you can actually change your system's region control and actually play the game. They even offer some slight modding type of capabilities, so you can add in patches to update, to improve the game, and even unofficial translations could be added to these things. So
which is
Japanese,
amazing.
Exactly, Japanese, Asian games, Korean, whatever the game is you want to play. You're able to play it, which also begs the question that ROMs could eventually be supported by this device as well. The best thing, of course, is that it is releasing this quarter, so very soon, and it's releasing for about $100, which is awesome.
Affordable. It's amazing. I'm so excited.
So the next item we found was related to virtual reality, because of course everybody knows the Oculus Rift. So this year at CES, we actually had the first official public reveal of the Virtuix Omni Treadmill, which, just for a heads up, is not for rabbits. I'm sorry, I'll stop. But anyway, it made its first official appearance at this year's CEX. It actually was there for people to actually take a look at and see how it works. Pretty much it's an omnidirectional treadmill that allows you to pretty much be in this unit, and with the special shoes, it allows you to be on a very low friction device. It allows you to walk in all 360 directions, run, and even jump in game. So it feels a little more realistic, and it really just gives that. It adds in the capabilities of just walking around in virtual reality.
It also screams to all the neighbors, "Hey guys, I'm a geek." I'm sorry, I know this stuff is great and everything, but cool. I can't get into it. It's all just too goofy, and I can just see myself falling in this thing, just getting trapped inside the Omni device, being like, what the hell do I do now? Yeah.
And we all know that what this will mostly be used for, porn. Anyway. So one of the big things of this CES actually though was cloud gaming. It was actually just as big as the entertainment's bit of 4K. But we're not going to go into that because that really doesn't affect gaming yet as far as I'm concerned.
But it's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And some games are already supporting it, but yeah, I don't see 4K really entering homes anytime soon really.
I want to lick the screen. It's beautiful.
Alright then.
Baby.
Yeah, cloud gaming was the big thing for the gaming industries. We actually had both NVIDIA and PlayStation talking about their cloud services. The big focus, of course, was PlayStation Now. That was a big one that a lot of people marked on because that allows people who don't have one of the older systems to play one of the older system games. It's going to pretty much give you cloud streaming from PlayStation 1 and up, and the idea behind it is that you don't actually have to buy the game or store it on your device. It's all about renting and things like that. Now, what they did give us a hint on was that they're going to do more like either individual game renting pricing or Netflix-style subscription renting. So you can just keep playing games as long as you play the monthly fee, as many games as you want. The trick, of course, of all of it is latency and your internet speed. From what they've seen at the location, it looks like there's very little latency, but this is still a very testing style of it. They haven't put it out to the public where it can be overloaded by the high use times. and things like that. So it's really going to be interesting to see how the beta goes.
Yeah, and then, depending on what you have as your own individual
Exactly.
bandwidth is also going to affect how you can play your game. So just make sure that, before you invest too much money into this,
you look into it. Look into it, do the research, check what you have. They're recommending a minimum of 5 megabytes per second up and down, which is not easy to get. But no actual release date released yet. The beta will be starting in January, or the end of January. Well, sometime in January. They haven't given an actual day in January. So,
soon!
Yes. The last thing I want to cover on CES was, of course, the Steam machines, because that was a big thing for CES. We have over 30 now announced of different Steam machines. To me, that's oversaturating, but the cool thing is that that'll do is that it will weed out some of the crappy ones.
I personally think they're trying to go with the Pokemon theory of this. That if they just put them out there, we'll get our Pokeballs out and we'll get them all,
Apparently. The main thing that problem I see with this is everybody's like thinking like this is the next big thing. They're going to be a console killer, and I don't see that. They're just glorified consoles. They're trying to put a device that's a computer in the living room, which I already kind of do. Once I have my living room, I'm going to have a computer plugged in. Why do I need this special box? I can play the Steam games just like I could play on these Steam machines on a normal PC that I've custom built. They're also complicating the console system.
Yes.
For a console gamer, if their mother goes out to buy them a game, they just look and say, okay, this is an Xbox 360 game, my kid has Xbox 360, this is 100% going to work on this device. I don't have to think of anything more. On these, it's all based on specs. You can get a low-end Steam machine, you can get a high-end Steam machine, and now you have to look at the game and be like, can my Steam machine handle this game? It kind of complicates things again and makes things difficult. And then I don't see Johnny's mommy going out and buying him a Steam machine when there's 50 different ones to choose from. It's going to confuse the heck out of her. She's like, I'm just going to get Nintendo.
I think what it's either going to do is going to have to go into like the Best Buy thing where you consult somebody about what PC you want to get. But in general, I think they're really cutting down like a lot of people that are going to buy these things because, again, nobody that's under a certain age is going to be interested in these. It's going to be like the older gamers such as me and Zach here that can actually sit down and be like, okay,
I want this, I want this. But again, if you're going to do that,
have a PC instead.
Customize it. Make your own, get a cool box, and design your own thing that can be updated. I don't see this doing as great as the people are thinking. It's going to have a market. There are going to be people that are going to buy it because they like their Steam machine. They love their Steam account. They have so much.
It depends on what you like,
They're going to have their people. Just like the PlayStation people had the PlayStation people, the Xbox people that are the Xbox people. They're going to be Steam people that are Steam machine people. It's another console. That's all it really is. They just don't want to call it because they don't want to step on PlayStation Microsoft's territory, which is exactly what they're doing, though.
Yeah, I just hope that this doesn't crash and burn Steam in general, because
Steam has money. Steam was not going to die just because this fails. They're going to get a hit. It'll happen, but Steam is not going anywhere. They have a good system. That was CES in a nutshell for me. There's a lot more. I might put some more stuff on my Tumblr page, so if you guys want to go get more information. Like I said, now that we're getting to the end of the show, I got the winners to mention.
Can you do the drum roll?
By all means. FrankieBurnsRed and FanglyFish.
Yay! Congratulations, guys!
Thanks for commenting on that video and subscribing. I definitely really enjoy the support again. Hopefully then I'll be doing another giveaway soon. So keep watching my channel, keep commenting. I do like it. It was a lot of fun to do a giveaway. Pretty much the thing is here, what you guys are winning, there's going to be 2 packages. I'm randomizing those as well, so there's no number 1 winner and number 2 winner. One of you guys will get the full $6 package, or more than the $6 package. That involves all the games, including some of the extra ones, and then one of you guys will get the basic package. That includes a couple games. So there's 4 games and there's 8 games, I believe. Mm-hmm. One of you guys will get one of you guys will get the other. Give me a shout out. Try to make sure you get in contact with me so I can give you the code. I'm not just going to hand you the code easily. I'm just either Twitter, email, here on YouTube in the comment. Just find a way to get in contact with me so I can send you the code.
By what time?
Next week. If you guys don't get in contact with me by the next show, I will pull a random name again, and that person will get another shot at it. If you guys don't want the pack because you already have a lot of the games that are in it, let me know so I can pass it on to someone else next week as well. So that's about it for that. Yeah, anything else you want to say?
I like the 4K.
She got a great crown.
I have a crown. Did you notice that, guys? I have a crown.
Queen Nelly.
I say princess.
All hail.
So that's our show for this week, guys. I'm Zach Press Start.
I'm Nelly D. Relish.
See you guys next time. Till then, keep pressing those buttons.
Bye.
See ya.